Hey everybody, this is Meshman, and I decided to just do a voiceover of a live that I did previously for a floral arrangement. And the reason that I decided to do this is one, I like the way it came out, so I wanted to share it with those on YouTube who don't have a Facebook because, like I said, this is from Facebook Live I did. The second reason that I'm doing this is because content. I need to keep my YouTube, you know, relevant. So I need to keep putting videos on there, and it's been a while, at least a month. Um, and some people have been hopping on, watching my YouTube, and I like YouTube. I watch it all the time myself. So when I see people on there watch my videos and saying, "Oh, you need to put more videos up," then that's what I'm going to do. So anyway, so in this video, I'm making a floral arrangement for a craft show that me and my wife are doing the weekend of December 1st. Um, so, yeah. And when it comes to floral arrangements, and I said this in a video, um, I like to switch things up. Again, my name is Meshman, so primarily I work in mesh. It's not a big deal, but that's what I started off with back in June of this year. Um, and I like it, you know. But I also like to switch things up because I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's the artist in me, I don't know if it's the ADD. Yeah. So I like to switch things up. So I do mesh primarily, but I also like to do grapevine wreaths and swag, which is basically just instead of a circle slash oval shaped wreath base, it's more of a long base. So, and I believe I have a video on here of me making one of those. So yeah. So anyway, same thing with the florals. Sometimes I like to use mesh. Sometimes I like to go with florals, um, just to keep things interesting. Also, in this video, which, um, uh, as you can see, the container that I'm using, that's a galvanized pan, and I put spray foam in it. Same reason. I could have used normal foam from the store, cut it the right size, and just plopped it in there and glued it down. But I've seen other crafters use the spray foam, and again, I thought it was interesting. I knew if it failed, I can always go to the old stuff, but why not? So when it comes to florals, I would say my area expertise would be mesh wreaths. It's been very successful these last several months. People really seem to like it. But florals are something that interests me just because, again, it's different and it just gives your mind something else to focus on. And even though I see, and I know it depends on the kind of container, the size, and the number of florals you use, but I find floral arrangements to be a quicker process, but still one that takes skill. And again, I'm a novice at this, so I'm still learning, but I'm enjoying learning it, and I've got positive feedback on it. And like everything else in life, if you just keep up the craft, you'll just improve on it. So that's why I'm doing this. I think it's interesting. I think it'll give different element or different products for people to look at. So it's not all just wreaths, or it's not just all centerpieces, so on and so forth. So I'm trying to think. Did I do another? Yeah, I did previous one. So this is like my third one that I'm doing here. Um, and I know I want to do a Christmas one. And as I showed earlier, it says Merry Christmas on it. Of course, the footage is because I had it on selfie mode on the camera. The footage is reverse, so you can't really read it, but it says Merry Christmas. And my wife did that, which I thought was very cool. And that's what she does. She does signs and um, on boards and different things like that. So I appreciate her help in that aspect. And yeah, so making this centerpiece, it can go on your table, it can go on the windowsill, has to be, somewhat of a big windowsill, your counter or your mantle, just wherever you can find a space on it. I actually set it to the side because we were cleaning and I was trying to make room earlier today, and I set it to the side on our countertop uh, on the kitchen, like right there on the corner, kind of facing towards you as you walk in the door. And I kind of like the way that looked. It was like off in the corner, kind of cool looking. But whoever decides to buy this, It'll be up to them what they want to do with it. But I knew that I wanted to have a rustic look. I knew that I wanted to use some small as well as like big uh, flowers. These are all fake. Someone asked me during the live if I ever used real florals, and I have not. That's not to say that I will never do it, but again, this is my third or fourth one, so um, not to this point. I have not. So the picks that I've used or that I'm using, again, I really like them, and just be honest. What's that phrase? Full disclosure. I'm not a winter person. I don't like the cold weather, and I'm not a fan of snow. As an artist, yes, I can see the beauty in it. But as someone who has to drive in and deal with it, I do not, I repeat, I do not like snow. It looks pretty for about, I don't know, 5, 8 hours, depending on how much snow you get, and then it becomes gray and disgusting, except for the stuff, off in the field that nobody touches. But as far as driving daily, yes, snow gets really ugly really quick. But saying that, I knew that in this arrangement that I wanted that look of that clean, crisp snow. So I got some pics that basically looks like frozen branches, or the white pics that you see, white colored branches, and then I have the big florals off to the side, the white ones, to kind of bring it all together. Because again, I'm just learning all this, and when I was watching other people make centerpieces or arrangements, more, they said that you can use the center as a focal point. And again, if you're an artist, you know that something that you want the eye to do, you don't want it to leave. Okay, let's use a comic book. You can see my Flash shirt. I'm a big fan of Marvel and DC. Again, disclosure. But as a comic book artist, you want the reader's eye to move from page to page. So you're kind of drawing things in a way that makes the eye travel, up to down, left to right, at least you're supposed to, up to down, left to right, and then shoot them to the next page. We do this subconsciously anyway, because that's the way we're taught to read, but you want the eye to flow. When it comes to more of a portrait or a still picture, you want the eye to move around it. You don't want it to go up to down and then like the eye just leaves, because then mentally the person's not going to want to look at the picture anymore and they're going to walk away. You want their eyes to circle around it, so you want it to be something that flows with the eye. And the same goes for an arrangement, a wreath, or anything else. Unless, again, like if you're making a sign, the sign is telling somebody to go somewhere, and you want the eye to move in that direction. So for this, I got my centerpiece, my snowman, along with the big picks behind it, kind of getting the eye to shoot there. But then I got the big florals to kind of get the eyes to move away from that centerpiece. You see, so it's kind of doing like a back and forth with the eye. So you see the big ones on the end, you see the big one in the middle, and then makes the eye go around the whole set. And again, it's just fun. And when I bought that pan like months ago, but I knew that I always wanted to do it ever since I saw somebody using that spray foam. I was like, I want that rustic look. I want it to look a certain way, and that's why I chose it when we were like out at Goodwill for some random thing, and I saw that and I was like, perfect. It cost like $2 or $3. Awesome. But then, so I kind of kept that to the side in the back of my head, knowing I'm going to use it. But then the last several weeks, every time I went out for supplies and I saw a pick or a floral that I liked, I just grabbed it. And, it's good to have more than enough items for your craft. You don't want just enough, because you may run out sooner than you think. But I was grabbing stuff just thinking that it's all going to fit in here, it's going to look big and lush. And by the time I got them all together, I was like, whoa. This is not going to fit in this small pan, which is a good feeling, because the first time I tried to do this several months back, I was like, wow, I have no idea what I'm doing, and I don't have enough of variety to make it look engaging. And this time it was the opposite, which is good. I had too many supplies, and I was like, you know what? Let me just pick what I like, and because less is more. You don't want to just stuff a whole bunch of arrangements on there, and you got branches and leaves and petals, get knocked out of the way, and it just looks like a mess, like they're stuffed in there. You want it to be roomy, but you want it to look full. You also, as a side note, when you're picking your florals, you want to pick some um, that you want to get your money's worth. I'm not saying that you have to pick super expensive florals all the time. That's why you always look for the discounts. But you don't want to get everything from your local 99-cent store, because anybody who's been doing this for a long time can see it really quickly. Um, you may be asking, well, why do I care what other crafters think? You don't. But people who buy this stuff probably has been buying it for a long time, and they can also spot cheap from more expensive stuff. And again, I said this on the video, that's not to say that you can't use cheaper florals. You just have to put in a mix of them so it looks overall, good to the eye. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun, and again, I don't do this often, but I like the way it came out, and that's why I'm sharing this with you guys. That's why I'm throwing this on YouTube with the voiceover, because the one thing I want to establish my YouTube is that it's completely different than my Facebook. So even though the content is the same for this one that I'm doing, the voiceover isn't. So everything I'm saying in my live is not the same as what I'm going to be saying in this YouTube video. And I'm doing that for you guys. And I'm going to bring more original content that's going to be videos solely for YouTube, like a couple that I already have on there, like the burlap wreath, or candy cane wreath. And I just want to keep it fresh for you guys, because that's the point, right? And of course, if you like this, make sure you comment, put in what you want to say, tell me what you think of the video or my commentary, and make sure you end it with #MeshmanCrew to let me know that you want to be part of the Meshman crew. Also share this video, let others know about it, that anybody who you think will like this, or me for that matter. And you can check me out not only on my YouTube channel, but again, if you have Facebook, check me out on Facebook. That's Meshman for you, Meshman number 4 letter U on Facebook. Also Meshman for you on Instagram. I like to post videos on there. Of course, it's going to be like previews of stuff I'm going to do, previews of stuff that I have done, and little videos that I make, again, just for Instagram. So yeah. So again, thank you everyone for checking out the video, and I will see you all next time. Take care.